Have you ever copied something or mimicked something off of another e-commerce store because you thought that it was working for them and you were hoping that it would also work for you? I'm guessing you've probably done that. We all have. It's kind of a monkey see, monkey do world. Well, right now, I want to show you how even the top Shopify stores, the top e-commerce stores out there, are not actually as dialed in as you may think they are, and that some of the stuff you're probably copying off of them may not be working, okay? So what I want to show you right now is how the number one Shopify store based on traffic right now is actually losing hundreds and possibly thousands of sales each and every day. So let's hop right over to the computer. I'll dive in and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so right now what you're seeing is Ecommerce. Okay, this is a Shopify quote-unquote spy tool that basically just ranks all the Shopify stores it can find based on daily traffic. So the higher the amount of traffic they're getting, the higher their ranking. So right now, according to Ecommerce, which is a tool that gets passed around a lot of the Facebook groups and e-commerce forums out there, is ColourPop. Okay, ColourPop is a trendy little makeup site. It's been around for a few years. So ColourPop gets 98,000 visitors per day right now based on the estimates made by Ecommerce. Okay, it's a lot of traffic. Okay, and they're doing really well. Now, what I'm about to show you is I'm going to pick apart some of the things they're doing wrong, but it no way means that I think it's a bad store. Actually, I think it's a great brand. They have massive potential. They're doing good things, and they can get way, way bigger and way, way better if they were actually optimizing and maximizing their store the right way. So let's take a look at the site. All right, so the first thing is you look at the site. Clearly, it's meant for a younger female demographic. You can tell just by looking at the site, which is cool. They've got their branding on point. It fits their demographic. Clearly, it's one of the reasons they sell really well. All right, the first thing you got to notice here is this ginormous banner, okay? The banner is huge. It's actually too big for what it's doing, because if you look at it, what we're looking at right now is what's above the fold. It's what you can see without scrolling. And what it's done is it's so big, it's created what's known as a false bottom. And a false bottom lends people to think that there's nothing else below it, so there's no reason to scroll. Now, not everybody's that way, but enough people are. So what would have been better is to shrink this banner up a little bit so that at least a little bit of what's below the fold would show up to indicate that there's more to see if they keep scrolling down the page. Okay. Speaking of which, I also looked at the site on mobile. Now, on mobile, for some reason, right as I loaded the site, this ginormous pop-up showed up. Can you guys see that? Huge pop-up. All right. Took up the entire screen, and it's telling me to get 10% off if I subscribe to their newsletter. Now, if you think about this from a customer perspective, okay, I'm brand new to your site. I don't even know who you are, or I don't know if I want your products, or I don't know what's going on. I probably saw a quick look at this meant to be type thing, and then all of a sudden I get hit with this giant pop-up. Okay, I don't want to opt in. I want to look at your site. I don't want 10% off yet. I don't even know what you're selling. Okay, so I'm not sure why this pops up only on mobile, but it's not popping up on the desktop version. But again, that's a big thing. The other thing is the banner is so big, it takes up the entire screen on mobile. Never a good thing. You don't want to waste the most valuable real estate of your buyer by taking it all up with a banner. Okay, you want to at least have something else visible, maybe something more like that. Okay. Now, especially in this case, ColourPop's demographic is younger. I would venture to say that 80 plus 90% of their buyer traffic is mobile. So that's a very big thing. Now, the biggest thing above the fold, I'm going to pick apart a couple other things, is the banner. Okay. If you're going to use a banner, then it needs to actually indicate what it is, which it does. It's a new collection meant to be. It's got this theme, it's everything. But then it says $12, okay? So when I click on this, I should go to something that I think is $12, and that's it, okay? But I'm going to click on this, and it's going to load, and it's going to load a meant to be collection page. That's not what you told me on the banner. The banner you told me was $12, which is the first product here, and that's a good thing. But they would make a lot more sales directly. And again, getting the new customer, because a $12 offer is really a great way to grab the new customer, would be to take them directly to this product page, because this is what they're actually advertising on the homepage as $12. Okay? Not all this stuff on the collection page. Yes, I understand it's part of the collection, but again, this is thinking as someone a salesperson. I want to sell them something versus thinking, what does the customer want? Well, me as a customer, if I'm on the homepage and I see a banner that says our fresh collection $12, then I want to see something that's $12. If I don't see that, I feel like I've been robbed. It's a disconnect. I don't feel like I got what I was expecting. Okay. So it creates like a subconscious thing in my mind that I'm not really comfortable with what's happening. Okay. So in your store, if you're using banners, make sure when they click on the banner, it takes them to exactly what it is. Now, there's plenty of other opportunities on your product page and elsewhere where you can show them your other collections and other pieces that are related, okay? But right now, if you're going to waste this much real estate, at least take them to where they want to go. All right. Since we're still above the fold, let's talk about the next thing. All right. Over on the left-hand side, you can see the little hamburger icon, which indicates a menu, okay? This is a mobile style menu, which works for millennials and things like that. But one of the things is we do tons and tons of tests across a massive number of industries on e-commerce stores. Every single one of our tests has shown that while we think that people know what that navigation icon means, that little menu bar, they don't, okay? Just like they don't know what a magnifying glass means. If you're going to use icons, make sure you put text underneath it. So in this case, write the word menu underneath the hamburger icon. Seems like a small thing, but you do it, and the tests have always shown in every single case that the conversions increase, time on site increases, customer satisfaction increases. Same thing with the search bar. Now, the search bar is another really big thing with ColourPop. ColourPop has a lot of SKUs. They have a lot of different colors, a lot of collections, a lot of products. But the search bar is hidden over here on the right behind this, and then it has to pull up a pop down, okay? One thing I do like is that they do suggest popular searches, but okay, let's see if I can get away from this. Nope, I can't even get off the search bar without going to a page, so that's a problem. Okay, but the other thing is, when you go to Amazon, what's the first thing you see? A giant search bar. Now, I don't necessarily condone copying what Amazon does because they're their own animal. 53 cents of every dollar spent online is with Amazon. It's not the case for most stores. However, when you have lots of SKUs, and even when you don't, search should be a prominent thing in your header, okay? A big Amazon-style search bar with the word search spelled out they can click. You can pre-populate the search bar with some of your popular searches. And the reason for that is, again, through the testing, again, and with Build, Grow, Scale, we have over $400 million worth of test results that we've run, okay? Those test results have shown time and time again that search traffic, people who visit your site and search, are worth 3 to 4 times as much as a regular visitor. So anything you can do to encourage people to search is a way to encourage increased revenue, okay? So search traffic, only a small percentage searches, yes, but of that traffic that searches, they're worth 3 to 4 times more money. Plus, it allows them to get to where they're going faster. They can find what they want faster, which is, again, the goal. So these 3 things we're just talking about above the fold are for sure costing ColourPop a ton of lost sales right off the bat, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and scroll a little bit more. They show their collection down here. This is cool because this is their new thing. The thing right here is add to bag. First of all, it's not prototypical, okay? Bag. People are used to add to cart, things like that. The other thing is they don't know anything about this new collection. I don't know anything as a visitor. So saying, hey, shop, basically add it to my bag, they're not ready for that yet. A better indicator here would be learn more or view collection or view item because they're not ready to buy. This is like dating. You meet someone, you walk up to them, and you try to kiss them. Okay, that's what they're trying to do here. They're not ready to be kissed. They'd like to know your name. They'd like to learn what you drive. They'd like to learn a little bit more about you. Okay, so they're trying to sell here. Again, this is the wrong perspective. Instead of helping the customer get what they want and go based on their mentality and where they are at in the buyer's journey, the store is trying to sell, okay, which is, again, not what we're trying to do here. You want to educate the customer, allow them to make their own decision, and then present them at the right time with the sales message, okay? Again, don't ask for the kiss before you get their name, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and go back over here to the, let's go to the collection page, okay? So when I click on the banner, it takes me to the collection page, which is not ideal, okay? Cool. Next, let's look at the collection, okay? This is a fairly standard collection page. A lot of themes mimic this. One thing they're doing great here is their like this hero image over here where it alternates is nice. Problems with this page, okay, where I guarantee you they're losing money. The point of a collection page is actually not to display everything you have. The point of a collection page is to be one more step towards helping the customer refine what they're looking for. So in this case, I don't want to look at all of ColourPop's products. I want to look at just their meant-to-be collection, which it's doing. What it's not doing, though, is making an easy, simple way for me to sort this collection to find what I want. Instead, I'm having to come in here and say, I have to know that, hey, there's sorting functions under here. Again, your visitors don't necessarily know that. Also, on mobile, drop-down menus that pop out like this are not conducive to a good mobile experience. And rating, okay, 5-star, 4-star, so this is review rating. It would be better to say review rating, okay? If you build your store so that Homer Simpson can use it, I promise you, you'll have much better effect. Okay, so how should they be doing this stuff? The shades are great, perfect. But it should be, the entire sorting option should be on the screen, okay? If you look at like Amazon or you look at Best Buy or Wayfair, you'll always notice that the filtering options are on screen, on the left, and they're very easily clickable and sortable. You can turn them on, turn them off, whatever. But they're on screen, they're in a vertical format, and they're on the left. This is prototypical. It's what people are used to. It makes for easy navigation, easy sorting, and easily narrowing down the topic to what I want. Also, this is not the only thing people want to sort by is color, especially this buyer. This buyer may have money problems. They typically don't have as much money. Okay, so being able to sort by price is equally as important as being able to sort by color and by rating. Okay, also maybe the ability to sort by best selling or most popular or highest number of reviews, things like that, because again, when it comes to this demographic, these are all things that they would potentially want to look at. So they're not doing a very good job with that, okay? The other thing is, again, we've got down here, we've got Quick View, which pops a pop-up up, okay? Quick View has never won in any test we've ever run on any store. Okay, it's a popular thing that developers add to a theme because they think it makes it cute and more functionality. Quick View is a pain in the butt on mobile, which again, this is mostly mobile buyers, and it doesn't work very well. So Quick View should never be turned on almost any store. Okay, like I said, we've never had a store where it's worked. Now, to say that's not the hard and fast rule, because I'm sure somewhere in the world and sometime in our lifetime, we'll test a store and it will win. But by and large, it doesn't win, so leave it off. Okay. The other thing is again, add to bag. We're not ready to buy. A collection page is to help me narrow it down to a product I actually want to look at. Okay, so since I'm still not there, the button should say learn more, view product, view item, something like that. Again, stop trying to make out with her before you get her name. All right. So let's go ahead and click in to look at the product. All right. So collection page also costing ColourPop a lot of lost sales. Now, if you think about this, this is like traffic, money being poured into a bucket as water, right? And all of these things I'm talking about are holes in that bucket, holes in the business, and causing all of that water to pour out. This is lost sales, okay? Lost opportunity that ColourPop could be capturing. Now, again, I'm not knocking ColourPop. They're doing a lot of things right, okay? But these things I'm talking about are extras that if they patch these extra leaks, they'd be making another few hundred to maybe a few thousand sales a day, depending on what their actual traffic is, okay? So again, let's look at this product page. All right, so on the product page, one thing, there should be reviews up top, okay? Reviews should be set up in a prototypical way. What is the number one site that you think of when you think of reviews? Amazon. We are trained to trust reviews when they're in a specific format. ColourPop doesn't have that set up. They should. Okay. Also, if they don't have any reviews, the review function should be suppressed so you don't see no stars. You never want to show something like that. So you have it suppressed with code where it only turns on once a review has been done. Okay. The other thing is the center alignment. I would test that. I can't say for a fact that it doesn't work, but typically it's more struggle for the eye to read. So having a more traditional left or right aligned works better, but this is something I would say test. I can't say that this is actually something that's hurting them right now, but I'm just making a point because I see it. Something they're doing right. Testing Afterpay or Affirm or some of these other ones. Some stores we're seeing almost double the conversions on a product by offering this payment plan type thing, and you can use whatever one, Afterpay, Affirm, Sezzle, whatever, but this is a good thing, okay? Again, they're saying add to bag instead of add to cart. Prototypicality is a big deal. Go with what the buyer is used to, what they're trained on by all the other stores they visit. There's no need to be cute. We're trying to make sales here, okay? So just say add to cart, all right? And then when they click add to cart, it should say parentheses, what one item added to cart, okay? There's also no UVPs, unique value propositions, up here above the fold. They have a short little description, which looks like it's okay for what they are, but nowhere does it mention the ingredients. There's no anything, okay? And they do have, the other thing is I'm trying to scroll down the page, but I have to scroll through all 3 images before it lets me scroll down the other side of the page, so which is clunky. And I guarantee you on mobile, it's a rough experience because, again, I tried it. All right, so a better thing, again, here would be to go ahead and have your images, but instead of having this scrolling feed here, go ahead and go back to more of a standardized, thumbnail image thing where they can scroll through them normally, okay? They do offer a bundle upsell on page here. I think the fact that you can't scroll to it makes it a little bit problematic. The other thing is they're adding additional items in this bundle that the customer may or may not know about. So 2 matching cream gel liners in Zulu. Okay, what if they don't know what Zulu is? Mint to be, mint paste, palette. So now they're like, okay, well, what is this? So they may not have enough information to add this to the bag because it's adding products they may not know what they are. When you're going to add a on-page product upsell, it needs to be very clear what they're getting. Now, in this case, I don't know their data from like what their customer is. So if their customer does know what Zulu means and what cream gel liners are, their uptake may be great. Or maybe if they check their data, their uptake on new customers is terrible, but their uptake on existing customers and repeat customers is great because those people do know what this is. So it'd be worth the test to see how you can make it more appealable to new visitors as well. Again, I finally can scroll the page, and what do I see? 2 very powerful value propositions way down the page. Okay, these should be up here above the fold, potentially even under the add to cart button, along with, made in the USA or, fast shipping, free return, something like that. But these are very strong value propositions. But all this text that's kind of thrown here in this purpley area is kind of random. And then you have ingredients, but I have to click to get an ingredients to pop up. I shouldn't have to do that. I didn't even know that it was a link because it's in black. Okay, I just guessed while I was looking at it with you guys here. And then everything that's center aligned should be left aligned. When you want them to read something, center aligned is very tough to get people to do on video, or on a desktop or on mobile. Okay, so I'm not really sure what this little purple area is, but the format of it, the fact that I can't find the ingredients without clicking, all of this stuff is important. It should be up here in the actual description, and to make it fit better, they could do product tabs where they click from tab to tab to tab to find what they need. Description, ingredients, shipping, returns, things like that, okay? So, again, this is a great product. It's their new line. I bet you it's selling well, but it could sell that much better. They've got to complete your look, upsell it down at the bottom, then they have their reviews. But again, reviews shouldn't show up if there are no reviews because it doesn't inspire trust. It actually takes away trust. The absence of reviews is better than empty reviews, okay? So again, there's a lot of little things on the product page that ColourPop could do to make even more sales from the traffic that they're already getting. And all the stuff we're doing is patching these leaks. This is going to allow them, if they actually took this and did it, it would allow them to buy more traffic, scale faster, convert more people, and have a much higher lifetime customer value for their customers across the board. All right, so let's go ahead and add to cart and see what happens next. All right, so they're using the side slide drawer cart. That's cool. It shouldn't go away, though. Let me see if it stays here when I hover over it. Okay, looks like it does. All right, so it shows the product in the cart, and there's 3. Let me go back to see if it updates. Okay, great thing here. A lot of carts don't auto-update the price when you change the quantity in the cart, so this is a really good thing they're doing. Again, they're not being prototypical. They're saying secure checkout. I'm not checking out now. Secure checkout is something that you do when you check out. Right now, we need to proceed to checkout, okay? So use the standardized language that the customer is trained to understand, okay? So this button text should say proceed to checkout, okay? Minor things makes a big difference, okay? The PayPal button, great that they accept PayPal, not a good place to show the button. The button should be suppressed until they reach the payment information page in the checkout, okay, which is the 3rd page of the checkout. Why? Because if they click that button right now, go over to PayPal to pay, what happens? They leave Shopify, they leave the store, and they enter PayPal's world. So what happens? You lose all ability to collect customer information, which means you can't fire any cart abandonment emails, messenger, phone, SMS. You can't do any of your follow-up except for retargeting. So you want to suppress the button. What you can do here instead is have a logo that says PayPal accepted. Then they know that PayPal is accepted. Great little addition, allows them to move on, but we don't want to take them off until we have a chance to capture that information. You can make a massive save in your sales by having both email, SMS, and messenger recovery campaigns going out. The problem is if they go to PayPal, there's no chance for you to do that. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the checkout. Okay. Wow. This is probably the worst thing on their store right now. Okay. So ColourPop is currently ranked number 1, right, in terms of traffic, meaning 98,000 visitors that they're getting according to the spy tool we looked at, right? They're making tons of sales, which tells me they're probably on Shopify Plus, okay? So a store that was not on Shopify Plus, I might give them a pass on this, on optimizing the checkout, but a store that's on Shopify Plus and makes this many sales, no way. This is just pure laziness. This is the money page. This is where you actually collect money from your customer, and it has the highest drop-off of anywhere on your store. This page needs to be optimized, okay? The ColourPop logo up there, cool. But where is the customer email? Where's the email for customer support? Where's the phone number? Where's the breadcrumbs that tell them what part of the checkout they're on? Where's the social proof icons with reviews and the value proposition saying secure checkout, XYZ 1,000 happy customers, 2-day shipping, where all orders ship fast, all orders ship within 24 hours. Where is the social proof and the trust elements that this page should have, okay? Also, the apartment suite second line address, that field should be suppressed. Every extra field that you ask them to fill out increases the abandonment rate of a form, okay? So most people, not even most, a significant portion of people do not need the second line address. So you should have it suppressed with a link. If they need it, they click it, it expands. Otherwise, it's not there. Same thing with the gift card field. You should have a thing that said click to enter promo code. It should not be there otherwise. Why? Because if it's there, people start filling out the information, they see it, they're like, oh, I should go to Google and try to find a promo code. So they go to Google, they can't find a promo code, and they get distracted and they don't come back and buy. So if it's suppressed under a link, they don't click on it. If they don't have it, it's just not quite as in their face. The other thing is if you're not collecting phone numbers, which you should be for SMS messaging, but if you're not, you should suppress that field as well. Also, there are no payment icons under the shipping button, which is a great place to do it. So pretty much this page has no trust, and it doesn't fit the look of ColourPop's site, the way it has been the rest of the way. And if you're on Shopify Plus, everything I just talked about is super easy to do because they actually unlock the checkout for you to optimize. If you don't have Shopify Plus, there are some ways you can optimize certain areas of your store using some code injections and things like that. A little bit more complicated. But for these guys, it should be a no-brainer. And the amount of money and sales they're making, it's nuts that they haven't. This is a completely stock page. They haven't optimized anything. So this is a big deal. They're probably losing a ton of sales here. If you look at their drop-off rate, I bet you this is one of the biggest drop-off rate pages that they've got. Why? Because it's a default checkout, and Shopify's default checkout is terrible, okay? It's just not optimized. Now, ColourPop's a great store. There's a lot more that they can do. Same goes for your store. So if you'd like to see us audit another store, click this video right here. It will take you through. We'll show you another audit that we did. And if you'd like to see how we can audit your store, do a full deep dive audit report on it, watch this video right here, and we'll show you how we do it. Also, if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button below and the bell icon to get notified of all the new videos that we release.